Throughout your home? Contact Innovative Basement Authority, the crawl space repair experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at innovativebasementauthority.com. License number C139366, BC 765730.
Fan forecast.
Sunny skies today, a high of 77.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Don't miss the hilarious and unapologetic comic when he takes the stage in the Island Event Center on November 29. Tickets are on sale now, and you can get yours at ticasino.com.
How long are you going to talk?
KFN.com/watch right now. Turn the camera on our room, if you would, please, real quick. There's that go. There's Nate. In case you wonder what Nate looks like, you've heard him on the show. A true American superhero right there. Yeah, man.
He's a rock star.
And going golfing up north right now. He was just showing us pictures of him jumping out of the back of helicopters and planes, upside down, like 2,500 feet from the ground, doing stupid things. Yeah. It's good to see you, brother. Take care of yourself.
You know, we always say that the Twitter algorithm, right, there's the for you or the one, then the following or whatever.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, all those like morbid knowledge ones pop up on my timeline. Maybe because I keep clicking on them.
Yeah.
That's no surprise to anybody else.
By the way, you don't even have to click on them. It knows if you spend a certain amount of time.
Yeah, if you slow 100%, if you just hover over
it. A lot of times I just do that. I just hover and read it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the...
Right. But now, about once a week, I get a story that pops up on my timeline about, here's a gal who survived a failed parachute.
I know.
Right? It's like she hit the ground at 67 miles an hour and survived with just 97 broken bones. And it's like, look at her walk now. It's like, well, she's kind of walking. Yeah, a lot of failed parachutes. And I keep thinking, Ben, you did it. You survived it. You don't ever have to do it again.
No, I never have to do it again.
You did it.
I did it, yeah. Yeah.
1 for 1, Ben Lieber.
Yeah, I don't need to go like 1 for 2 or 1 for 3.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm good batting 1,000 right now.
The guy to your left there, that's Parker Fox.
That's Parker Fox.
Hi, Parker. What's up, brother?
Hey, guys.
Hi, Parker.
What's going on, man?
Not much. I saw one of those this morning. I think it was like rural South America. Like this guy gets hit by a car going like 60, and he just goes like, he looks like a rag doll. He's just like flying in the air.
It's
Did you see that one?
unbelievable.
No, but did we talk about this already? The mobster guy that got hit by the
that was a
department.
good one too.
That is crazy.
Hang on, what?
So this like old school mobster that like is just living out the rest of his life. He's like in his 80s, is walking across the street. Now this is just a complete accident, not like a hit.
Where is
like,
this?
This is in New Jersey.
Oh, so
I
it's
think.
in the U.S. Okay, yeah.
And
go on.
and a city truck is just taking a right hand turn and didn't see him and runs him over. Oh! Now here's the crazy part. His head ends up 50 feet away in the middle of the street.
No.
And this is in broad daylight. And people are like, you're watching this lady's camera phone, and she's literally walking up to the head in total disbelief. Like, that's the guy's head.
They blur it out, right?
No, I saw 2 videos. They blurred it out. The other one, they don't.
I'm not watching.
They don't blur it out. And it's legit. His face is just staring at the camera.
Yeah, that one's insane.
So I thought some random truck did what his enemies couldn't do for decades.
Exactly.
Just take him out.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
I mean,
and the thing
no
is, like,
jaywalking, you a-hole.
Yeah, man.
Look both ways. I teach the kids that when they're 3, right? Look both ways.
You're going to have to help him with that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't think that he was in the wrong. I think it was the driver's fault. And again, the driver was he was making a slow right-hand turn. It was maybe 5 miles an hour, and it ripped the dude's head off.
Oh my God! How is that possible? I'm never going to know
because he kept going. He didn't know that he hit him. So
okay, got it.
He hit him and just like rolled over the top of him, and I think I don't know whatever happened, and then popped his head off,
and
it rolled down the street.
Why are there eyebrows on my bumper?
That's gross.
That's one that popped up that I was. Yeah.
Well, Parker, you brought it up. I can't believe how many videos of that kind of stuff there are from other countries on, even on Facebook, just on or YouTube Shorts. I'm like, I don't want to see this.
Did you see the one of like the girl on like a scooter, and it's a stop sign, but it says pare, so I think that's Spanish maybe, and then she gets knocked off, and then she proceeds to like drift into like a drain, and then she
falls down the drain.
Legs,
I've seen that video.
That one.
No. The caption's always like, what are the chances, right? Because she gets knocked off her scooter or bike, and you're like, oh, that's a bad accident anyway. And Parker nails it. Then she ragdolls into essentially a curb, but it happens to be a curb with like an open grate, and she falls straight into the hole.
Into the grate.
And you can see a bunch of people panic and try to go get her out of the hole that she just fell into after getting hit by a car or whatever.
And you know what
it's
the
crazy
sad thing
coincidence.
Is? If you'd see me just walking by like I didn't see it because I got someplace I got to be.
Yeah.
Right. What I missed?
No, I didn't see it. You know what I love though, and this is the problem with seeing one of those. 2 hours later, I'm late for whatever I had to do.
Yeah.
In other countries, people like ride up to women on their scooters, and the one guy jumps off and steals her purse, jumps back on. They ride out. It happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of videos where somebody sees it happens and just mows them down in their car, like just completely runs them over. I love those
Vigilantes.
I love it.
Yep. They go Dark Knight on it. Yeah, why not?
I'm watching.
Yeah, which one are you watching right now?
I saw the mobster one.
Yeah, right.
It really wasn't going that fast. Like I'm shocked. And just seeing the head in the street is crazy, man. Like it's so crazy.
You've seen it on the bus.
Yeah, that's not even the top 5 thing I've seen on the city bus. I thought when you guys brought up the mobster one, me and Hawk saw one a couple weeks ago. I was on Twitter. A mobster guy in another country was just chilling in his car. Yeah. And you watch these guys run up on the car. It's like Grand Theft Auto, and they have Uzis, and they just spray like 1,000 bullets at them. Yeah,
the car's
it's insanity.
How is the guy doing?
He's fine.
Yeah, he's all right.
Can't hold water.
Yeah,
anymore.
Swiss cheese now.
Well, anyway, Parker, how you doing?
Let's do Fan 5, because what a perfect person to have in the morning after the first round of the NBA draft. I have a lot of questions.
It's time for Fan 5.
He's so jacked for the NBA
draft.
Thank you, Builders and Remodelers. I love the draft.
Builders and Remodelers. All right, Parker, my guess is maybe you haven't seen a lot of these top guys because there are a couple of French players, but let's specifically talk about who the Wolves got. They trade up to pick 8. The Spurs take Rob Dillingham from the University of Kentucky, but then they swap with the Minnesota Timberwolves, who traded for a pick swap in 2030 and then an unprotected first in 2031. That's insane that those deals are 6 and 7 years away. And they didn't have to give up pick 27. So they took Terrence Shannon of Illinois, who you probably know very well, pick 27. So let's start there, because since you've battled him a bunch probably. Terrence Shannon, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably the most electric, energetic, athletic dude I played against for sure.
No kidding.
Yeah, without a doubt. Like our point guard, Elijah Hawkins, led the country in assists last year. He's a little short guy, 5'9", whatever he is, quicker than hell, like between the legs, pass it wherever. And Terrence Shannon at 6'7" guarded him. Like got up in his grill and like moved vertically with him at 6'7". Wow. So like defensively, as we know what the Wolves like to do defensively, we like to defend at a high level. He's just like a perfect example of what they're going to be. He just adds depth, man.
So he's a 2 in the pros?
I think he can play the 3 too.
Okay.
I think like he can do some Jaden McDaniels type. He doesn't have the length that Jaden McDaniels has, but he's got the scoring. Like he can shoot it.
And can jump.
He can get downhill. He's probably the nastiest I've seen in transition, getting in passing lanes, getting in steals, and just like he's just relentless to the rim. And I'm super happy for him. Obviously everybody knows the drama that he had this year, and comes to all that ends up being false. So he's free now, and it's like, he should have been free this whole time. And you go through, he probably, every student section he probably played in front of was, just ruthless to him, probably saying disgusting things. And
Can you remind me, because I knew that there was some drama around his name and all that stuff, but what was the drama again?
He went to trial just a month or two ago for rape and was found not guilty.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It happened at a Illinois-Kansas football game in Lawrence. Some lady came out and said that at a bar he, did whatever to her, and then it went to trial. And Hunter Dickinson, Kevin McCullough, these guys, he even testified himself. And the whatever it is, I don't know how the legal judicial process goes, but he's not guilty. So, there's pretty like convincing evidence. Like there's this text from this girl texting her friends, like, we got him, and like all this, like,
oh no,
yeah, all this crazy stuff. So like, it's pretty obvious he was not guilty, so I don't know. You feel for a guy like that who went through so much, bull crap through the year, and now it's like he's such a good player, man. Like he's going to be such a great addition to the depth, like right behind Jaden McDaniels type of deal.
I know when you guys were playing him, right? Some of the pregame hype was like future lottery pick Terrence Shannon. He was a projected top 14 pick,
sure.
And then missed 6 games, and obviously the trial, whatever. So I think if you had told Wolves fans 2 months ago or 3 months ago that they were going to get him at 27, that sounded like a pretty good deal.
Ridiculous.
So
yeah.
What about Dillingham though? Because that's the big deal. They traded all the way up to number 8 to get him. I know he started 5 games for Kentucky or something, or one, right? Reed Shepherd started 5. Dillingham started 1. So 2 guys that go in the top 8 are bench players. Yeah. For Kentucky, but what do you like about Dillingham?
Well, yeah, I think that kind of just shows you the new age of college basketball too, where you're going with older guys. Like, yeah, you have these young, skilled guys that are super talented, but you got to just go with depth and experience when college basketball now. But I don't know, that 12-year-old that we don't get is going to be a problem. But no, Dillingham's a bucket getter. Like, Tim Conley said it. Why would you not go and get a guy like that that's going to just straight get you buckets? We have a Mike Conley. We have a steady guy to set the tone, set the table a little bit. Yeah, he's probably a true point guard, so he's probably going to need to work on, his facilitating side of the game, setting things up, running an offense, especially in the NBA. It's a whole different beast, obviously. But when you talk about just getting the ball in his hands, like he's a shot creator. He's an ISO player. He's basically what Anthony Edwards can do as well, but he's obviously skinnier. He doesn't have the size and the strength that Ant has yet. But you go get a guy like that has that kind of talent early. Like there's a reason why you make those trades and go up and get him. Like you see something in him, and he's shown over the years how talented he is. So I'm ecstatic about that pick.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hawk, go ahead.
I know you're watching your own backyard, so you probably don't know much about it, but what is your opinion on Barney James?
Barney James.
Ronnie James.
I honestly
I like Barney better.
I like Barney too.
Barney
Barney's hilarious. I don't know. I don't think he gets drafted. Not
at all. You don't think?
Maybe somebody goes and gets him, but I think they're trying. I think his agency's trying to have him go undrafted. Honestly,
as a player, what do you think though?
He says he wants to get his name called. I don't know. He's LeBron's son. So like that's why we're having all this conversation. He's whatever.
So he's just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a guy. But I mean, he's ultra talented. He can do stuff athletically that guys can't do. So I honestly, what I see is him going undrafted and he signs some sort of 2-way deal with the Lakers, and then they, stash him and try to make it work. And if it doesn't work in 3 years, then it doesn't work.
So the Lakers have pick 55, which is the 4th to last pick.
Yeah.
The chances that that's a success is almost 0.
Yeah.
So that's where they should just take him.
That's a perfect place to take him.
You just take him 55th.
Yeah, that's great.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Parker.
Unless somebody else wants to gamble, but that's the obvious choice. Pick 55.
I don't see anybody else gambling.
Hey, Parker.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're coming back to play this year, but you're really good at this, man. Nice job.
Appreciate it.
That's really good, man.
Thank
you.
When do you start back up? When does like a true camp start?
Yeah, we started 3 weeks ago. So this is 3 weeks. We go 8 weeks in the summer, just 8 hours a week. So it's pretty chill. We got 3 lifts a week, 8 a.m. lifts, and then we guys have summer school, especially the freshmen and the new guys. So they do that from like 9 to 12, and then we practice 12:31. Just for an hour, so it's pretty relaxed, but also it's what you need when you bring in 10 new players. We lost a bunch of guys. We only brought 4 scholarship guys back, so we brought in 10 new players. So it's like a lot of this is
that's heartbreaking, man.
That
is,
man.
But it's just what college athletics is now, man.
If you don't mind me asking you a personal question, how much did that have to do with you coming back?
The 10 new players?
No, I mean no, for real. Like you lost so many veterans. I mean,
You're right.
Yeah,
It was hard, man. Honestly, like it was a tough decision because like you want to play with those guys that you had success with last year. Like, we really haven't done anything yet, but like, we made a jump last year and we played ourselves out of the first weekend of the Big Ten tournament. Yeah. We played a Michigan State team in the Big Ten tournament that ended up going to the tournament, the NCAA tournament. So like we're right there. If we win that game, we have a chance to, play in the NCAA tournament. And then you think, oh, everybody's got the eligibility back. Like we can run this thing back and have a blast. And guys, for whatever reason they may decide it doesn't happen. So yeah, it stinks. But at the same time, it's like this is where I want to be. So I wouldn't go anywhere else.
The one guy that it's hard to blame though is Cam Christie because he was trying to go to the NBA. Everybody that's switching schools, you're like, really? Like Furrow Payne or whatever. I was like, come on, man. But speaking of Cam Christie, he did not get his name called last night.
Yeah.
But the Wolves pick 37th overall, so they have the 7th pick tonight.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people connecting Cam Christie to the Wolves. Maybe that's just the too obvious hometown connection, but he's supposed to go in the top 10 or 15 picks tonight, and that's where the Wolves are. So I wonder if Cam Christie gets called 37.
Yeah, I mean, ESPN and NBADraft.net have him as like the 5th top, prospect in the second round of the draft. So we're looking forward to that. He's told me that he had really good workouts with the Wolves and, has had good conversation with them. So, like, I'm crossing my fingers because he does love it here, too. Like, people don't realize that, like, if Cam were to come back, he would have came back to the U. Like, obviously, he could have gotten a lot more money elsewhere, but he loved it here. Like, loved the relationships he had with the guys.
So when he entered, not to cut you off, sorry.
No,
when
good.
he entered the transfer portal, you thought he truly was either going NBA or coming back.
Yeah, I think just entering that transfer portal is just kind of covering all bases. It allows your coaches to go recruit and use some of the NIL money that you're giving you just in case he doesn't come back, right? Because we need a former roster. And then also for him, if let's say an injury happened or, God forbid, something like that, then he has a chance to, first of all, get surgery covered and all that kind of stuff through a, athletic program. And then he's going to make money with NIL now somewhere else if he, God forbid, an injury. But we knew Cam was going to the draft the whole way. Like, us guys knew Cam was going to the draft. And we knew he was going to, stock climb. Like, everybody had him here, and then he kind of just went up and up and up. And now you see, I think he's going to go early today, hopefully. And that draft's at like 3 p.m., huh?
3 o'clock,
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
I want to ask you about the practices you guys are having. I'm trying to draw the assimilation to football, but basically this is like your guys' version of OTAs. It sounds like.
Yes.
So this is your offseason stuff. So with all the new players on the team, like, are you guys doing anything specifically to like integrate the new players? Like, how does the chemistry building start working at this point in the season?
Yeah, I think it's so different too with like the pro stuff because obviously like you're grown men and you go about your days and you live in your own places with your wives and kids or whatever it is. So for us, we just try to like spend as much time outside of this as we can. Like I think a bunch of guys went to the zoo yesterday and like all that kind of fun stuff. So it's like you like the basketball's important, right? Like you got to get out there on the court, you got to play with each other, you got to see like, hey, this guy likes to cut to the block or this guy likes to space to three or this guy's really good with the ball in his hand. So like you're trying to figure that out, but more importantly, it's like, hey, once this is done, all the guys except for myself live in the same apartment complex. So you're always with each other, you're always around each other. How do you start to familiarize yourself with like this guy or this guy, and this guy's from Toronto, and then this guy's we got this new kid who's from Toronto who's just hilarious, man. He's got like the most thick Toronto accent. He's like, hey, fam, like quotey fam, you're blessed fam. He's just hilarious. But yeah,
sounds Jamaican.
But no, you're just trying to hang out with each other as much as you can, and I think it's hard, but it's you got some of the same interests, so you're all right.
Yeah. Right on. All right, we'll do headlines in a second. Parker Fox is here. Ben Lieber is here. More of the Power Trip Morning Show after this on The Fan.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today and get internet with a price for life. Keep your internet service monthly rate for as long as you keep your plan. Internet service monthly rate subject to continued plan availability.
Radio app or wherever you get your podcast. eBay Motors is here for the ride with the parts you need at the prices you want. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they're guaranteed to fit your ride the first time, every time, or your money back. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Hey, it's Corey Cove, Power Gym Morning Show for Luther and LutherAuto.com because Luther buys used cars. That's where you come in. If you want to make some money and Luther wants the inventory, you guys can both be happy because you can drive into a Luther dealership, get an offer, accept it. They do the paperwork. You get the cash. They get the car, which is super cool, right? If you're buying or leasing, look, Luther has the biggest inventory in the state of Minnesota. So whatever you're looking for, they have. Well, one of the reasons they have that inventory is because they're willing to buy. So if you have a car, truck, van, SUV, any make, any model, any price range, Luther wants to see it. Make today, Thursday, June 27th, the day that you drive into one of those 45 Luther locations and ask for an offer. They're awesome people. I've been buying or leasing from Luther for like 12 years. I have 3 Luther vehicles right now in my house. We're big fans. You're going to be big fans as well. And you're going to make some cash. It turns out the best place to buy a car is also the best place to sell your car. Sell it to Luther. Luther buys used cars. LutherAuto.com.
Life's busy, and off is not an option. You need to be on the water, on the call, on the road. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
Hey, this is Jeremy at Unique Classic Cars in Mankato, and I know this is the summer that you want to finally drive around in the classic or muscle car of your dreams, and we are the best place to find it. Go to uniqueclassiccars.com to shop for your dream car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title? No problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chonky chonkers. Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
It's Paul Allen with a first-time offer from Renewal by Andersen, the full-service window replacement division of Andersen. You know, that company your best friend, uncle, or neighbor works for. I mean, we all know someone who works there, right? They've been transforming the window industry, the home improvement industry here in Minnesota since 1903. So it's no wonder they are America's most loved brand of windows and doors. Now, here's that deal from Renewal by Andersen. Buy any window, patio door, or entry door, and when you buy 4 or more, you'll get the next one 40% off. Plus, take an extra $129 off each window and door with no minimum purchase. Affordable payment options are available. Offer ends June 29th. So call 651-240-1010. 651-240-1010. That's 651-240-1010. Visit renewalbyandersen.com for additional details.
Ben's Appearance is sponsored by Lexus of Wayzata and Maplewood.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Hailed as the nicest man in stand-up, 2021 Grammy-nominated comedian Nate Bargatze is headed to the State Fair Grandstand. See him on the Be Funny tour when he takes the stage on Saturday, August 24th. Limited tickets are still available. For more info and to secure your tickets, head over to KFAN.com. Just make the keyword calendar.
Very excited. I'm going. I can't wait.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be great. A Florida man eating in a diner with his wife sneezed. And this is the second time in 2 months we've read a story like this. He sneezed so violently, it forced part of his intestines out of his body through a surgical wound.
Oh my God.
Unnamed 60. Poor guy. Doesn't even have a name. Yeah. And during his treatments for post-cancer recurrence, he encountered various health complications. The man underwent a cystectomy procedure to remove his urinary bladder. 15 days before the diner incident, he got that done. And then he was eating at a diner, and he sneezed, and his damn intestines flew out of his body.
Like the guy hasn't gone through enough. He's battling cancer, hopefully kicking its ass.
I know.
It's like, good for Gary. Gary's doing well. Yeah. Then he sneezes and almost falls out.
Yeah. I mean, that's a guy who really needs you to say bless you.
Yeah. Well said, Hawk. Well said.
That's a guy that needs a break.
Yeah.
All right, just go sit on your couch and watch Wheel of Fortune. Watch the wheel. Take a break. Man.
Welcome back, Patrick Morning.
How about just don't sneeze?
Yeah. Yeah, try not to do that.
Yeah, try not to do that. What are you doing?
The old Holden method.
Yeah, get your stuff together, dude.
Yeah, literally.
All right, shall we do headlines?
I don't know, Ben, do you have anything you want to cover before you got to get out of here? Like anything that's...
Oh, gosh, no. No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, thank you. No, I'm just here for the ride, you guys.
All right, let's ride.
Now it's time for
Headlines brought to you by our friends at Wolf River Electric. You can go solar. Get the solar panels put on with our friends at Wolf.
You getting it put on your roof?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, is that?
I think I'm going to do it in, August, they're saying. Maybe or September.
I see it a lot now. Man. I see it a lot now. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, it's going to be cool. Going to save some money, too, long term. You know what I'm saying?
Be fancy.
I'm going to be fancy.
You little perverts.
Whoa.
Yeah, whatever that guy just said.
What?
That was a guy.
There's Ozzy Osbourne.
You little perverts.
Well, look, Sauce, you know this as well as I do.
Uh-oh.
All of us are trying to do better things for the environment. Now, I'm not a true environmentalist like
Rosie. He's gone for a while, though, solving the environment.
Rosie is a true environmentalist.
Yes,
I'm just trying to do my small part to be like Mark.
Yeah, and the worst part is they don't make red cars anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an inside joke for 5 people, but I love
they
it.
definitely don't make red electric cars.
Yeah. Hadn't happened
like
to him yet. I don't know.
How much do those cost?
We should remake the song "I Could Be Like Mark."
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
if I could be like Mark.
Anyway.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm getting those panels put on. It's going to be cool.
Me.
And those guys are super nice. Wolf River. All right, anyway. No,
Mark,
you guys
you
aren't.
just jump in anytime you want.
For sure.
Let's start with Ben. Ben's in Rochester today for Twin Cities Live. So Ben on the road.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
plug for Twin Cities Live.
Yeah, major headlines. Thanks for that. We're going to be at Chester's, right there in the Plaza area, not far from Mayo Clinic. And so, yeah, we'll be there. Live show. I think the doors are going to open. Chester's, don't get mad at me. I think 10:30. I think they're going to start letting people in. I understand it's a pretty small place, but although we're going to have kind of overflow into the Plaza area. So get there early to get yourself a seat, and don't worry because we're going to be doing both inside and outside shots.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Sauce. Rochester, and it's called Chester's.
Yes.
If we were going to open up some Twin Cities suburb restaurants, some suburban restaurants with that kind of idea where we just kind of use the back half of a name, give me some Twin Cities restaurant names.
Well, if you had a restaurant in St. Louis Park, you could call it Parker's.
Hey, Parker. There you go.
Keep going.
Boom.
Give me some other examples.
If you had,
Pay me.
if you had if you had a restaurant in, let's say, Minnetonka, you could call it Skipper's.
In 1994, today, June 27th, it was on this date that 26-year-old Anna Nicole Smith married 90-year-old billionaire J. Howard Marshall.
Yeah,
he
well, good for
died
him.
14 months later.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Love
man.
knows no age.
Along these same lines, some of the gals over at Twin Cities Live, we were talking about the Bill Belichick thing, and they were just like so disgusted with this whole idea. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what? If you're he's what 70,
73 or something. I forget the exact number. 72, 3, 4.
He's not married. He's not like. And if you're gonna pull what a 25-year-old or 24 or whatever she is, like, why is that such a big deal?
It is disheartening as a father of 2 daughters. Like if my Bailey's 18, if she was dating, I don't know, Andy Reid, I would be on the 35W bridge.
I mean, hold on though.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on though.
He's a good earner.
Spin zone.
Thank you. Great bit. You'd probably get to meet Taylor Swift.
For sure.
Hold on. You might get a Super Bowl ring.
He's going to give you a Super Bowl ring because he gets to. No.
Probably get a free Pfizer vaccine too.
Yeah.
No, none of that.
Look,
you'd get maybe a suite to sit in.
I don't want to know where Andy Reid's mustache is going.
Okay.
Get some free chicken. All right.
I wasn't gonna say.
So my point is Bill Belichick has the right to do whatever he wants. This gal has the right to do whatever she wants. I'm just saying her dad is devastated.
Well, okay, so here's the deal. That's part of the conversation. They were more disgusted with him than they were with her, and I'm like.
I actually think she's the weird one.
She's the weird one. Like,
100%.
100%.
It makes sense to me that a single 70-year-old would be like, I can get a 24-year-old hottie?
Yeah,
the most normal thing of all time.
Right. It is so much weirder that a very attractive 24-year-old is into Bill Belichick.
That's what I was like, I think you guys are looking at this
weird.
wrong. Like,
she's the weird one.
She's the weird.
He's a little creepy. She's nuts. She has to be nuts.
Well, he doesn't have. How much time does he really have for her, too? Like, he's
coaching
he's-
a football team.
You mean
Well,
left
he's
on Earth?
retired
No,
now.
that's the point.
That's true.
So he's got some time.
I wonder if that timed out right, because haven't they been living together for months? Isn't that the news story? Is that they've actually been together almost a year?
Yeah.
Somebody said
a year?
So that's what I saw
Wow. I think-
on the internet a day or two ago. Is that they've actually been seeing each other for a lot longer than we know.
I think Corliss is right.
Love is love, guys.
I guess
She's got access to millions of dollars now. I mean, I don't blame her.
Maxo, what do you think of this?
Hey,
Marvel's Fantastic Four movie that's going to come out is going to take place in the 1960s, but not our universe's 1960s.
oh, thank God. There would have been some dicey plot points up in there, but I like that idea, and I think they're setting the stage for the next big Avengers movie, Secret Wars. It's going to be all the alternate universes kind of colliding and coming together. So I think it makes sense to kind of get us to care about one of the alternate universes by having the Fantastic Four there, and it also doesn't make sense in the proper MCU because they would have already been known because they're world famous scientists and they're a superhero team, so everybody would have already known about them. So I think that's going to be their play. Is the Fantastic Four will be in their own universe, the X-Men will be in their own universe, and they'll have already existed, and then all these worlds will collide, and by the end of it all, everybody will exist in the same universe moving forward.
The bar is super, super low.
Yeah, the bar is in hell right now, the seventh ring of hell, because the last 2 or 3 years.
Well, and the Fantastic Four films are horrible.
The last one was really bad. The first one was, I would say, it was good at the time, but it has not aged well.
No, the second one is one of the worst films.
Yeah,
of
it's
all time.
really bad. The Silver Surfer bit is really bad.
Have you watched The Boys yet?
No, I haven't started yet.
It's so good. Yeah, I've watched. I didn't watch. I think there was an episode that came out last night, but I saw the first 4.
So we're through 5-ish or so?
Yeah, it's I
love that show.
It might be the best season yet.
Is that
Can
right?
you remind me where I find it again?
It's Amazon.
It's
Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
that's what I
so
was thinking.
freaking good.
It
man.
might be the best show yet. Like
I
me and
love
you
it.
were talking about off air core. It's probably the smartest show.
It's smart
on TV, and it's so clever. Every season, I'm pumped, and it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. But I'm still thinking, how are they going to keep going? How are they going to keep doing?
Well, they are
this?
going to. It's ending after next season.
That makes sense. The route that
Right
they're
after 5, I think they said after season 5.
I
Is
heard
this-
it was
wait,
5,
hang on. Is this season 3 or 4?
This is 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I think they said it's ending after 5.
Yeah. And it ties in really well with the spin-off show, Gen V, but you don't have to watch Gen V to understand what's going on in The Boys. But it's one of their best seasons yet. I have no idea what's going to happen. And with a show like The Boys, the stakes are always so high. So I'm a little nervous that we're going to lose one of our main cast members here because I feel like it's bound to happen at some point.
Gotcha. Well, you could probably watch The Boys or binge The Bear instead of the first presidential debate, which is tonight, and the second round of the NBA draft. So
It's tonight? That CNN deal?
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, you don't seem too happy about it.
I mean, is anybody happy about it? I don't think anybody's happy about this.
Have you read some of the betting odds out there?
Yeah, it's crazy.
He's like plus 150 to say keep women out of men's sports.
Plus
No
150?
kidding, that's one of the-
That's an actual bet that you
My
can
buddy
make?
hammered
see
it. He
that
put
one.
25 on it. He's good to go.
God, that's awesome. That's degenerate gambling, and I love it.
That's so crazy.
I'm
I
actually
love gambling.
fascinated that you would say that. Of all the people in this room, that you would say, I'm looking at you, Corey, that you're not somewhat excited about this debate tonight.
No, this is, speaking of an unbelievably low bar, it's
going to be great.
It's going to be an awesome entertainment.
It might be entertaining. It might be entertaining, but this is rock bottom for democracy.
It's the
This
best,
is
worst
embarrassing.
thing you'll ever watch.
This is embarrassing.
They should just turn it into First Take and debate about Brownie James.
Yeah.
Then
Join
Sauce, you'd be proven right.
Yeah.
If they bring up Bronny James tonight, I'm going to say you were right tomorrow. That everything in this world revolves around Bronny James.
I mean, if you watch ESPN, you'd think it would.
What's the line on that? Trump bringing up Brownie James.
Plus 150.
I think it's off the board.
What percentage of Americans claim they would rather watch a movie with their dog than their significant other?
Their friend, you mean?
DOG.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What percentage of Americans would rather watch a movie with their dog, let's just say their pet, than their partner?
So basically, what percentage of dudes would rather watch the movie with their dog than their wife?
Yes. What do you say?
85%.
Again, getting a TV divorce was one of the best things I ever did, so I'm in that group. But
Who's
what do you
Mike
guys
Milligan?
think?
I mean,
The dog doesn't bark during the film. So
Nope, it doesn't ask me who characters' names are.
Especially if you can get one of those dogs that can like go open the fridge and bring you a beer. Have you seen those dogs?
My dogs are dumb.
Who's Mike Milligan is the all-time bit.
God.
28.
64.
45.
Oh, Hawk almost nailed it. 43% say they'd rather watch it with their dog. I don't disagree.
I don't disagree there.
Speaking of the presidential debate, people are frantically searching for drinking games to coincide with tonight's presidential debate. Maybe more than ever.
Oh, God.
My guess is more than ever. Speaking of drinking, even though this is not alcohol, 7-Eleven now has cherry Slurpee flavored Twinkies.
Come on.
What?
Come on.
That sounds pretty gross. Oh. And I love Twinkies.
Just lop your leg off now before the diabetes even comes.
Yeah. That sounds pretty gross.
That sounds icky.
Ben, we mentioned earlier, you're into nutrition. Tell me about this. There's a TikTok trend that actually has no science behind it yet, but it's a hot trend on TikTok of people drinking rice water to lose weight. But so far, there's no proof that it actually works. Rice water to lose weight.
That's actually, I think, a really bad idea because there's a reason why you should be washing your rice many times. Because it is full of chemicals that you probably don't want to ingest. So I would suggest not doing that.
I didn't know that.
Everybody take a shot at this. Parker, we're going to start with you because you're our guest today. The most important part of a July 4th cookout is blank. According to a new survey, some data on Americans. What is the most important thing to nailing a July 4th cookout? What does the cookout have to have?
Ooh. Like a really good smoker. Like, forget the cheap grill. Like, you got to have... Actually, no, give me the cheap grill. Give me, like, the
old school Weber.
Yeah,
just
like the old school, like, grandpa's on that thing.
Either way, your answer is the grill is what matters the most.
The grill. Give me the grill.
You got to have cold cocktails, man.
Cocktails, okay.
Cold beverages.
You see this story, Sauce?
No, this is a good one. Hot dogs.
Hot dogs, okay. Maxo?
Depending on whose cookout it is, you might have to bring some seasoning because some people are infamous for not seasoning. Not going to single out any particular
Call it
group.
a race.
But otherwise, I would say dogs or beer, right?
Hawk?
Cookies.
Really?
Yeah, man. Because I ain't gonna eat in front of people, but I can grab a cookie. I have a hard time with that.
Zach.
I can grab a cookie.
It's got to be hot dogs, Cor.
You guys are all close. Number one, though, according to data, Americans say the most important thing at a July 4th cookout, and maybe this is guessable. This is what I care about the most as well.
Chips.
Buns.
You wish.
No, I meant like hot dog buns.
Corn.
Yeah.
Really?
Corn,
They say good corn is the most important thing on July 4th. Got to have good corn on the
You guys
4th.
ever had smoked corn? A+.
Yeah, that's so good.
Deep fried.
Yeah.
Deep fried.
Well, on that note, guys, I got to go. Love you all. Have a great. Well, I may see you guys on Monday. Not quite sure yet because we may be at the cabin, but not quite sure.
Yeah, by the way, the corn on the 4th is spelled with a K.
Okay, good. Ben, so
Ben,
you
you're the
may be
best.
on Monday. We don't know.
Yeah,
I'll
let you know. I don't know if we're gonna be like spending the night there or not.
Okay. That's fine.
We'll play it by ear.
We can broadcast from your cabin.
Yeah, I probably could, but
you could.
No, we could.
Oh yeah, you guys could. Yeah, sure.
And then you're out on the 8th. You're out on the 8th when Hawk and I are also out. Whoa.
I already filled the spot.
With?
Have fun. I can't say.
Your pinky?
Oh wow. Ooh, deep tease.
Better football player.
Like a Hall of Fame football player?
No.
Okay.
Could be a lot of people. It could be a lot of people.
No, Zach. Calm down.
No, J.J. McCarthy. Ben, thanks, dude.
Love you, Ben. Love you guys. Have fun in Chester.
Twin Cities
Thank
live
you.
today, 3 to 4:30 in Rochester. Paramount purged decades worth of content from ComedyCentral.com, specifically so more people will have to subscribe to Paramount Plus. So they got rid of all the free stuff on their website, saying, well, why are we giving this to you for free? If you actually want all this stuff, go to Paramount Plus.
That's great. People hate when you ask them to subscribe for something.
Yeah,
they do.
We have learned that.
Why?
I don't know. Just a click.
Happy birthday to the OG Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire.
Who said that?
Whoa, that was Corey.
I did. My name's Corey.
Right. Gee.
How old's the best Spider-Man of all time, Tobey Maguire?
Let's see.
By the way, is that a universal take?
No.
Really?
No.
I think Toby's awesome.
I think it's generational, but in general, I would say Tom Holland is probably the most popular answer. Yeah. I think everybody has their own, but Tom Holland is to me, he's the one that most embodies the character of Spider-Man the most.
Toby's not bad.
Toby was good, but he was also like 50 years old and pretending to be a high schooler. Tom Holland's got the wittiness down. He's got the kind of nerdiness down.
Parker, you're young. Who's your Spider-Man?
I mean, I think I'm kind of young. I don't know. I always kind of go with the Tobey Maguire, but I met Tom Holland at a restaurant in L.A., so now I kind of got to side with Tom. He's so short, man. He went up to my armpit. You know, like went to shake his hand. He stood up.
Everybody's short.
I wish I
That's fair. That's fair. When I went to shake his hand, I was like, this guy's tiny.
I wish I could reach your armpit.
Tobey Maguire, 49 years old. So, 20 years ago or so, Spider-Man came out. So he was in, quote, high school, as Max pointed out, when he was probably 28 or 29.
Man, I thought that first one was really. In fact,
the first one's really good.
The first two were really good. I actually like the third one too. That's one of those
the one where
things.
he's passed over the head in the train. Which one was that?
That was the second.
That was Doc Ock.
Yeah,
That's number 2.
That one's
That's
so
a really
good.
good scene, man.
Yeah,
He's
first
a
two
hero.
were good. You nailed it. The third one with Sandman and Venom and stuff, that sucked.
Topher Grace's Venom was just an all-time miscast. That was really
That guy
bad.
sucked.
But I
You
love
guys
the
know the
Toby
story
when
behind
Tobey
all that,
Maguire
right?
gets the black suit and he's dancing. Like that's a good scene. That's one of those movies I didn't know people hated until the internet was invented.
Same.
You know?
That scene in particular gets a lot of hatred. I love that scene.
Yeah, it's great.
It's hilarious.
The whole sequence when he's just becoming more and more of a badass with the black suit on, it's great.
That one dude, the bad guy in the first one.
Yeah, Willem Dafoe is the
Dafoe.
Green Goblin.
That's the best casting ever.
Yeah, he's one
fantastic.
of the best actors of all time.
He looks like the Green Goblin without the mask on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Love that dude.
Yeah.
And Franco, before Franco got Franco'd.
I love Franco.
Yeah,
Right.
He was good.
Was a good. What was his name as the?
Peter Pumpkin Eater.
Yes. Huck nailed it.
Wasn't it like a? God, what isn't it? Goblin something.
The Goblin King?
Yeah, he was
No,
Goblin.
we're going to get to that in a second.
He
But
might have been the Hobgoblin.
yeah, something like that.
because
Wasn't that what
there's
the guy in
multiple
Game of Thrones
goblins.
was doing?
Speaking of the Goblin King, the movie Labyrinth was released 38 years ago today. Crazy you just said Goblin King because David Bowie in Labyrinth 38 years ago, 1986. Parker, you ever seen the movie Labyrinth?
No. Do I need to see it?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's an
was good when
awesome,
we were young.
awesome movie for kids. My kids loved it growing up. I loved it when I was 6 years old. So I love it for nostalgic reasons now. But how old are you?
25.
You're 25.
Yeah.
God dang it. How long are you going to be in school?
Hopefully not much longer.
If you see this movie for the first time at 25, you're probably going to roll your eyes.
Yeah.
And I,
But
for one, am
I
glad
love
you're
it.
still in school.
Thanks.
I'm
Hawk.
glad you're back.
Yeah.
I
Thank
really
you.
am. Corey's not. I
Yeah,
am.
Corey doesn't care.
Corey's pissed.
Hang on
Yeah,
a
he's
second.
pissed.
Hang on. Timing's everything. Talk amongst yourselves. Rhode Island, neither a
Go ahead,
Rhode or
say
an
it.
Island.
I know what you're going to
discuss.
play. You know what he's going to play, don't you? I bet you know what he's going to play.
Hang on.
I'm stealing educational money from the University of Minnesota. He's pissed.
No, I love it.
He doesn't care about
Take it off.
Here's a little soundbite from the movie Tommy Boy, Parker
Of
Fox.
course, I thought so.
Did you hear I finally graduated?
Yeah, in just a shade under a decade, too. All right.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
I know. They're called doctors.
So good.
I was actually talking about that yesterday. Our team doc was in. I was asking how long he went to school. And he's like, yeah, I got, after 8 years, I did my residency. I was like, damn, this is my 8th year. I'm not close.
Just start wearing a stethoscope and telling people. Yeah.
Call me doc.
That's pretty awesome. A homeowner in Indiana, Hawks home state of Indiana, caught a 74-year-old woman pooping on the side of his house twice.
Well,
That's called Tuesday at my apartment complex.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
The first time, which was last month, he saw her on his lawn and later realized that she had left him a, quote, gift.
Well,
He adjusted his surveillance cameras to that spot. Then a few weeks later, she came back and did it again. This time, the act was caught on camera in broad daylight, by the way. So he took it to the police. The lady, who is a retiree who lives in the area, She is a board member on the neighborhood HOA.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
See, here's the thing. He did something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
You know that he did something that he deserved that.
Check this out, though.
Yeah.
This is the crazy part, because I'm with you. It sounds like she just must hate this guy.
Yeah.
Police confronted her. She initially denied it, but obviously when they had the video footage,
Wasn't
that's
me.
busted. Then she told the deputies that she had no vendetta against the homeowner. She just had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Did she bring toilet paper with her?
Oh.
I think she brought the, what was it, the grooms of the
groom-
stool?
Yeah, groom of the stool. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Oh, man, she had a rash later that day. You
Oh,
know what I
my
mean?
God.
You know what I mean? I mean, that's grody.
Sick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yuck.
so grody. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just pointing out the obvious, brother.
Yeah, you're right, Hulkster.
So the guy admitted that he has an ongoing issue with the HOA, but he doesn't know any of the HOA members personally, so he didn't know this woman specifically. So that might be the problem, but again, she's denying it. She just said she had to go to the bathroom.
No, she's got a vent. Have you ever tried to take a poop in like the wild when you don't have like a?
No.
Anybody done it?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah,
No.
definitely.
A couple
Never like
times.
been hiking and just like
Excuse me.
need to go.
Me
Yeah, hell yeah.
hiking?
He
Zero
walks.
chance.
It's not fun. Let's just say that. So she
No.
definitely there's a vendetta
Yeah,
out
she's
there.
doing that
for
on
sure.
purpose. Yeah, she was saving up.
Just storing it.
She was storing it like that South Park episode. He's doing the world's greatest.
Yeah,
Oh God.
man.
All right, last one for me. Something I never thought about. I saw Tenabi a day or two ago tweet about how Reese's Pieces are better than M&M's.
And I couldn't agree more.
I 1,000% agree. I like Reese's Pieces better.
well, yeah.
Love Reese's Pieces. Here's something that I either never thought about, or this might be the 6th time we've talked about it in the history of the Power Trip Morning Show, but I have zero recollection of this. I did not know that between orange, yellow, and brown, that there is a different distribution percentage. Did you guys know that? I thought it was
No.
just the same across the board. Try to picture this, Chris, now that you sound like you like Reese's Pieces.
I very much do. Yes.
Out of those 3 colors, orange, yellow, and brown, one of them is 50% of the bag. The other 2 are 25%. Which one?
orange.
That is correct.
Yeah. Wow.
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 I would have
know that.
never noticed.
Yeah.
50%
Yeah,
orange,
wow.
25% yellow, 25%
Thank
brown.
you. Yeah, no, Saucy knows that's my go-to snack at the movie theater.
You
But
always
aren't you
get
eating
some.
it in the dark? I mean, are you even looking at the colors you're eating?
I have great vision.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, Hog always gets that. We get 2 large popcorns, 2 large sodas.
He's eating it before he even gets to the
Oh.
actual theater.
And we got 2 large.
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah, oh, yeah. We would each get our own large popcorn.
Have you ever put the Reese's Pieces in the popcorn?
Avi.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
It's a pro move.
Is that like
Yeah.
a, is
That's
that
a
the
pro
move?
move. That's
it
the
heats
move.
up the peanut butter a little bit.
So good.
Is that right?
So good.
That sounds
supposed to be
gross,
the
but
trend.
Reese's Pieces kick ass.
They do. They do.
Wow.
So that's all you had?
We should have gambled on that.
Reese's Outrageous
I would've lost.
bar. You had one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Very good.
That's good.
That's
Yeah.
my number one.
That's
Is it the one
Underrated.
with the pretzels in it?
No, the
No.
Reese's Outrageous is like the Reese's Fast Break with like caramel and then like the
Oh,
Reese's Pieces on
I
top.
love the fast break.
Is it
Yeah.
is it a Take 5 that
That's
has
what
the
I'm thinking about.
pretzels?
Take 5's good
That's
too.
what I
That's also good, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you what's gone downhill though, and I hate to say it, but it's the
Uh-oh.
truth. The regular old Reese's cup.
Yeah, you're
it's
right.
not the quality's not what it used
What's
to be.
wrong with it?
It just tastes different to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
It's
if I'm the
more
only one that's noticed it.
melty than it used
Yeah,
to be.
it
I
doesn't
feel
taste like
yeah.
chocolate. Like I had one the other day, and I was like, "This does not taste like a candy bar." Anyway,
The big cups are better.
The big
well,
cups are
listen,
great with
big
the
cups are
caramel.
always cool.
Talk about
Yeah,
but
man.
don't rip on little cups either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Leave it alone.
Speak your truth.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect boobs.
I like them all. Here's a question for you. Elvis Presley, the debut album took off in 1956, and the opening track was Blue Suede Shoes. 2 questions for you. Number 1, they're going up for auction. The actual blue suede shoes he wore during the filming of him, the famous of him singing Blue. How much do you think they expect they're going to sell for?
It's got to be 7 figures, right? He's one of the all-timers.
yeah.
My guess is you're gonna say like $1.2 million.
Well, no, it's strangely enough, it's only 150 is what they're
Is that
thinking.
right?
150,000 what they think. What size shoe, completely random,
Oh man.
do you think Elvis wore?
Well, let's go back to Parker Fox from 5 minutes ago running into Tom Holland in L.A. My guess is almost all these stars are much, much smaller than we think. My guess is Elvis, even when he got fat at the end, was probably still a relatively small dude.
I thought Elvis was bigger. Like I thought he was like at least 6 foot. No.
I'm just guessing that he's Tom Cruise height.
Fair enough.
But you might be right. I don't know. So I'm going to go on the small side. I'm going to say Elvis had like size 8 shoes.
I'm going to say
Maybe 8.5.
He moved his feet. I'll go 10.5.
Bam!
Up you there.
10.5 it was. He nailed it.
Great
10.5.
guess.
All right,
Nice
10.5.
Boom.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's pretty average size feet, right? Give or take.
Yeah. Well,
What's the average size adult male foot? Let's look it up here.
What size do you wear, Parker?
14, 13
Jeez.
and a half, 14.
Average
We had a kid last year with 18. Those things are boats.
Doesn't
crazy.
Towns wear a
10 and a
20?
half.
Yeah, he wears like a 20.
Yeah.
Okay, 10.5 is
No.
exactly average.
Oh, there you go. Elvis
I
average.
wouldn't-
I'm
I
sorry,
would
what
not-
did you just say? Who wears a 20?
Yeah, Towns.
Towns.
Yeah, I think that, I
That's
think it's like a
crazy.
19 or a
20?
20. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, Shaq's in that range too, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Shaq in the
I
20-ish
think
range?
Zach Edey wears like a 22.
What a freak.
Watching his feet, like
Yeah.
warming up next to him, they're just freaking.
Glenn Hawk, you know who Zach
Hey,
Edey
one
is.
last
Who's the
hardcore
kid from
sports
Purdue?
question then.
You are correct, sir.
Thank you.
Sauce and I aren't convinced that Zach Edey's going to work in the pros. Your thoughts of him going 9th?
Yeah, I thought it was high, but also you kind of take a shot at the, he's 2-time National Player of the Year for a reason, and playing against him, obviously his game isn't going to translate to the NBA like it did in college. When you play against Purdue, everything goes into Zach Edey, so they run this high ball screen, and then he rolls and just plants himself in the lane. They just pass to him and he shoots it. Like, you're not going to have that in the NBA. You're not going to be able to run the court, but like, I don't know. I think he's got a chance. I don't love it, but you got to be able to shoot, man. You just can't do that.
You can't teach height, though, either.
No.
Yeah. Hey, Parker.
Yeah.
I would like to formally invite you to the Rube Party, which is coming up when?
July 19th
Thank you.
at Forgotten Star Brewery.
We haven't done one in 5
19th.
years. It's a big celebration of everything The Fan. We'd like to officially invite you so you can be a part of the Power Trip Morning Show entourage.
I'm there.
Great.
Bring Taylor, bring Ben Johnson,
Absolutely.
bring anybody else in the
Steve
Gophers that
Lombardo.
has
Zach
nothing to
Edey.
do. Bring Zach Edey.
Tom Holland.
Bring drugs.
Okay, calm down.
Don't bring drugs. We
Don't
have-
bring J.J. McCarthy or Tom Holland, please. Need a restraining order.
Shut up, or
Parker, thanks, man.
Shut up.
I think he said shut up for you.
Who do you got in there?
Tomorrow at Initials, on Initials at 8:15, what, $68,500? Because it's going to be $69K when we hit Detroit Lakes.
Nice.
Unless it gets hit tomorrow, $68,500 with Initials tomorrow. We're back tomorrow, 5:30 to 9. 9 to noon is next.
Wonderful day.
You too, Abba love you. Otherwise, we'd fly away. Bye, everybody.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. Crosstown.
Internet that's everything you imagine, and then some. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Sign up today for an internet service monthly rate with peace of mind.
Eastbound 169 to France Avenue is heavy, and 35